Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Hello and welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your community media 5 days a week on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us as you do each and every day on Comcast Channel 15 and on AT&T Channel 99. You can also find us every day on our website on civiccentertv.com. Learn more on our Facebook page and watch us live and on demand on Civic Center TV 15 on Facebook and on YouTube live each and every day at Civic Center TV. In addition, you can also find us on the radio. Join us live and all throughout the week as you're driving across the community. Our 24 hours a day, 7 days a week live simulcast on 89.3 Lakes FM. And Diane, going to be a little bit more cloudy today, and that moves into Wednesday too. But those clouds start to part as we get further on into the week.
That is true, Tyler. So today we are having a very cloudy morning with a little bit of precipitation as you drive to your work. The degrees today are going to be highs of 36 and lows of 26 degree for today. But as we go into Wednesday, it's going to be a sunny morning up until 11 a.m. and then clouds will intensify throughout the late afternoon and into the evening. But as we go into Thursday, highs are going to be 46 degrees and lows of 35 degrees with clouds throughout the morning, but then they will make way for some sunshine at around 2 p.m. and then clear skies for the rest of the day and into the evening, Tyler.
Yeah, that makes for a sunnier Friday also. Only really a couple of days we're going to be seeing sunshine this week as the clouds come back in over the weekend and early on into next week. More on our weather reports as we go all throughout the week here on The Splash Live. Also making headlines across the Greater West Bloomfield community, the Lending Library at Roosevelt School in Kegel Harbor is on the move. We'll tell you where it's going and when it will be there in just a little bit. Last night, the West Bloomfield Township Board honored a couple of its outgoing members from its auxiliary boards. We'll tell you about those two individuals and we'll hear a little bit from the board itself about those that have been serving our community over the past several years and even over the past decades, moving on from their positions on the Zoning Board of Appeals. You have a chance to give the gift of life this holiday season in Bloomfield Township. We'll tell you when and where you can participate in one of the many ongoing Red Cross blood drives in our local community this holiday season. In just a little bit, we'll introduce you to the new City of Orchard Lake Village Chief of Police, Jeff Gomez, on the program and talk to him about some ongoing issues we've seen have a bit of an uptick in Orchard Lake and in Kegel Harbor and even around the West Bloomfield area and talk about larceny from autos and even more issues affecting our community at this time. West Bloomfield Parks kicked off the holiday season with a jolly good time at Connect Senior Center. We'll tell you about all the fun that they had, plus how you can join in on the holiday fun in the city of Sylvan Lake. Their holiday lighting contest already underway. We'll give you the details on how you can participate both in the contest itself and even as a judge. Coming up in just a little bit too, we'll talk about a way you can support students in the Greater West Bloomfield community at the West Bloomfield Casino Night. Tickets are on sale right now to support the West Bloomfield Education Foundation. We'll tell you also about the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce's fun holiday events coming up on the program as well. Comfort Dogs are coming to your home courtesy of the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. How you can get their canine calendar for 2024 in your home very, very soon. Plenty more stories coming up on the Splash Live today. Stay tuned. More of your stories from your hometown on your community media coming up after this short break.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Find us on Instagram at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew a girl so smart, so responsible, she must be a keeper.
Take a break and tune in to the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home. And now, back to the Splash, live.
Welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your community media 5 days a week. Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us to learn more about your community each and every day. The latest news and information that you need to know about things going on in West Bloomfield, Keagle Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake Village. Fun events coming up and things that you maybe have missed, but you can relive with us each and every day on civiccentertv.com. More information. Find us on demand as well, and all of our air times for the Splash Live, other original programming, and local municipal meetings also available on civiccentertv.com. A recent local staple of the community in Keagle Harbor is on the move. The lending library at Roosevelt Elementary School, the 103-year-old facility in the heart of Keagle Harbor, has been removed and is moving across town to the former Abbott Middle School location, the now current location of Roosevelt Elementary School. Here on your screen on civiccentertv.com. We're seeing Bill Bertakis, who helped to construct this lending library and install it at Roosevelt Elementary School proper back in 2019. Since then, it's been sitting there and allowed people to go pick up a good book and return one themselves for others to read right in the heart of Keagle Harbor. Bill posted on the So Keagle Facebook group yesterday, as you're seeing some video from the day that they installed that, and our team at Civic Center TV was out there to introduce it with them that day. Bill wrote in the So Keagle Facebook group about this: "Please don't panic. I got a call this morning that they were removing the lending library in front of Roosevelt, they being the school district. They contacted me a few months ago and asked if I could relocate it to Abbott. I told them that was fine. I ran down there to get a final picture, and I'm going to miss driving by and seeing the light on outside of Roosevelt with this lending library." It is going to be moved to the current location of Roosevelt Elementary School at Abbott Middle School. Of course, the plan as of now is to demolish Roosevelt Elementary School most likely at the end of this school year. If not at the end of this school year and this summer, then that would be moved to 1 year out from then. So already taking some steps in Keagle Harbor to remove some pieces of the community and move them to other areas in the Keagle Harbor general area, from the old Roosevelt to new Roosevelt, as the transition is being made in the community. But Dayan, good to see that this tradition is going to live on. One that's a relatively new addition to the many, many decades, hundreds of years of history at Roosevelt Elementary School, and it's going to be preserved for years to come.
Of course, Tyler, it is still going to be this emotional piece with a lot of memories, and they're going to be taking it with them. That's great. As they mentioned, Tyler, on their Facebook page, it is definitely something emotional to them. It has a lot of memories, and we've seen those pictures and we've seen those videos of those children and teachers standing there right by the lending library. So it's great that they're taking it with them and they're reserving this part of the Roosevelt school.
You can find the full video from the day that this was introduced in the community on our YouTube page at Civic Center TV. Just search Roosevelt Brings Reading Closer to Keagle. That was the day that they installed this lending library at the Roosevelt Elementary School original building on the Castle Lake Road back in 2019, now being moved to the Abbott Middle School location just a little ways down the road on Orchard Lake Road. Across town in West Bloomfield Township, a bittersweet night for the Township Board as they said goodbye to a couple of long-serving board members on the Zoning Board of Appeals. Last evening, the West Bloomfield Township Board recognized a couple of sitting members of the board whose tenure on the Zoning Board of Appeals will conclude at the end of 2023, although it is expected that they will continue their term temporarily into 2024 as the board seeks replacements for them on the Zoning Board of Appeals. This is Jean Farber, the current chairperson, who's been on the Zoning Board, the Planning Commission, even the Township Board for over 20 plus years of service, alongside John Mohi, who's one of the more recent additions to the Zoning Board of Appeals, having joined during the COVID-19 pandemic or just before in 2020 and having served for 3 years, leaving the board due to time constraints in his schedule and to be more involved in his professional and his family life for the time being, although the Township Board did express they hope he will come back in the near future. In the case of Jean Farber, his over 20 years of service to the township will conclude once he leaves the Zoning Board of Appeals in early 2024. And the Township Board had some big praises to sing for Jean and his time on the board, including Howard Rosenberg and West Bloomfield Township Clerk Debbie Binder. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
He's a good friend. He's a good civil servant. He loves this township. He's done everything he could to make it better, and he's always thought of the residents first.
When I talked to you and I wanted to try to convince you to change your mind, but it was hard to do that because you have put more than your fair share of time in your commitment to the community. So I thank you for your service. I thank you for your leadership on the board. I haven't known you for as long as most of the people here, but it's been an absolute pleasure to work with you.
Yeah, singing the praises of a longtime member of the Zoning Board. He's also been on the Planning Commission and the Township Board. Jean Farber recognized last night. They have a Zoning Board of Appeals meeting tonight that he will be chairing. It may be one of the final ones we'll see him leading in West Bloomfield Township. In the case of John Mohi, he's one of the more recent members of the Zoning Board, having only been a member for a few years, but already having made a big impact on the board and that definitely impressed those that appointed him 3 years ago on this township board. They had some praises to sing for him as well from Steve Kaplan and Township Treasurer Terry Weingarten as well at last night's meeting. Let's take a look at what they had to say about John Mohi.
None of us really knew John Mohi, and generally a person applying for a position on ZBA is not going to be selected unless that person's a known commodity. But you hit the ball out of the park. You hit a grand slam home run, and we were so pleased unanimously to select you for the ZBA.
From the moment I met you, John, I saw something very special. You are probably the most intelligent person I've ever met, and you're calm, you're reasoned, you're very professional. And I know someday, I always say this, I'm going to see you on the cover of big publications, and you are the pride and joy of West Bloomfield. And although we're losing you on a board, I know it's for you to do wonderful things both at home and in your professional career, and we hope that you keep us updated on all the great things you're doing.
Yeah, great things to be said about John and about Jean. You can see them in action tonight, or even go to the Township Board meeting, the Township Zoning Board meeting at 5:30 at West Bloomfield Town Hall to give them thanks for their time serving our community on the Zoning Board. That's tonight, 5:30 at West Bloomfield Town Hall, or you can join us on Civic Center TV for our live broadcast also at 5:30 and online on civiccentertv.com. And Diane, we've talked about this a lot in recent weeks, that there have been openings on boards and commissions and committees in West Bloomfield Township, but also in other cities like Keego Harbor. We talked with Kirsten Sonneville Douglas about people joining the Parks and Rec Committee. We know that they're always looking for more board members for their auxiliary boards and commissions, even for our Cable Commission. Representatives from Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake Village, and West Bloomfield are always very big commodities to their local communities, and a great way to get involved is to serve in those capacities. Use your expertise or your interest levels in order to help build the present and the future of your community. And Jean Farber and John Mohi, great examples of that.
Of course, Tyler, and we've always talked about how wonderful of an environment all these organizations are, whether you're working with the zoning or whether you're working with the West Bloomfield Parks. And now this proves that this is a live proof of how beautiful the environment is and how wonderful it is, and how friendly they are together regardless of the work that they do. They really appreciate each other's job, the tasks that they have done, their professionalism, and all the time they invested in working for the West Bloomfield Township or any West Bloomfield organization right here. So this shows it, and this is a great example of that. So for anybody interested, again, Tyler, we talked a lot about this. They can always visit our page, www.civiccentertv.com, for more information. We've talked to a lot of people, whether it's West Bloomfield Parks or people from here. So it's a lot, Tyler. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do here, and it's a great environment, as I just said.
Yeah, in West Bloomfield Township, if you're interested in any open board positions or learning more about joining any of these boards, you can visit wbtownship.org or call the clerk's office at 248-451-4848, as they have openings on the boards. Right now, the zoning board positions are currently not being sought, as they have determined their final interviews, which will happen in the coming weeks and early into 2024, as they look to replace Jean and John on the Zoning Board of Appeals. Across town, you have a chance to give the gift of life this holiday season in Bloomfield Township. At the Bloomfield Township Senior Center, they'll have a blood drive coming up on Thursday this week from 8:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. And you can see the information on your screen. A couple different ways that you can attend the event and register to give blood on Thursday. You can either go to redcrossblood.org, which is a great resource for finding blood drives in your local community, both this week and all throughout the holiday season and all throughout the year, or by calling 1-800-733-2767, as it's listed on your screen, 1-800-733-2767. The sponsor code for this is BH Rotary. This is sponsored in part by the Bloomfield Hills Rotary Club, Bloomfield Township Rotary Club, and they will be holding this drive with the Red Cross on Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30. Again, that's going to be at the Bloomfield Township Senior Center, 4315 Andover Road. That's just west of Telegraph Road in Bloomfield Township. More information can be found again on redcrossblood.org. You can search for local blood drives. And Diane, whether it's the holiday season or any other time of the year, there is no time of the year where blood is not in great demand from the Red Cross to serve communities all throughout the United States and beyond.
Of course, Tyler, it is a great way to help and give back. If you are a healthy person, if you know that you can donate blood, then do it, because it goes such a far and long way for these people. It helps a lot of people stay alive, and it does not cost you anything. So if you're a healthy person, then visit redcrossblood.org to know more about these blood drives.
Appreciate that information, and of course we'll keep you updated on any other blood drives that may pop up in the near future that you may be able to participate in. But you can always keep yourself up to date once again on redcrossblood.org. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, we'll introduce you to the new Chief of Police in the city of Orchard Lake Village and talk about some ongoing issues that are affecting not just Orchard Lake Village but other local communities this time of the year, and how you can prevent yourself from falling victim to some of these ongoing crimes that are happening not a ton in our community, but enough to raise concerns and have a need for raising awareness. Stay with us. More of your stories from your hometown on your community media coming up after this short break.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Find local municipal meetings at our program schedule on CivicCenterTV.com. Find when your meetings air live or when they're replaying on our Civic Center TV live stream. Find it all at CivicCenterTV.com and click Schedule at the top of the screen.
Ronnie started doing prescription pills at the age of 15, and by 19 he died. If your child is struggling with drug use, try not to be too proud to reach out for help. Don't be worried about what the neighbor will think or your family. Just get your child the help they need. Sometimes it's the hard road to take, but the hard road is nothing compared to living with the fact that your child is no longer with you.
There's hope and help at drugfree.org.
Take a break and tune in to the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Follow us on Twitter at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. It's your stories from your hometown on your community media stations, Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. We thank you for joining us. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban. You can always keep up to date with us each and every day on our social media, facebook.com at Civic Center TV 15 and on YouTube at Civic Center TV. Plus, we're also at Civic Center TV on Instagram and on Twitter. All that information can be found on our website on civiccentertv.com. Some changes in leadership recently in the city of Orchard Lake Village as now former Lieutenant Jeffrey Gomez was recently named the new Chief of Police for the city of Orchard Lake Village. Joining us now on the program is the newly named Chief Gomez from the city of Orchard Lake Village. Thank you so much for being with us and congratulations on your new job, Chief.
Thank you, Tyler. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, glad to have you on as you've been with the Orchard Lake Police Department for some time now, serving as a lieutenant and in other capacities with the department as well. So what's this transition been like for you going from that position of leadership to the top position of leadership in the department as the new chief?
To me, it's been pretty easy. I considered my role as lieutenant with the department here as kind of on-the-job training to eventually take over someday when Chief Nicholson retired, and I was able to do so. So the transition's been pretty smooth.
And you had mentioned Chief Nicholson, his retirement. He was the previous police chief. And before him, it was longtime Orchard Lake Police Chief Joe George, who was at your swearing-in ceremony, was able to put his former badge onto your uniform and anoint you as a new chief, as you're seeing on the screen on civiccentertv.com. For you, Chief, having that honor passed on to you from a longtime serving chief, how was that for you as someone that worked with Chief George for a number of years and now gets to take the influence he had on your career and make that same impact on this local community?
It was quite the honor, Tyler. I could think of no one else I would want to pin that badge on my chest. Chief George pushed me. Back when I started, I was a new officer when he took over as chief, and he asked me how I liked the job, and I remember telling him it's the greatest job in the world, and I still feel this way today. And I remember telling him several years later that I like patrol. I think I'll just be a patrol officer for my career. And he said, "Nope, I see more in you, and I'm going to push you." And he did. So under his leadership, I tested for sergeant and was promoted to sergeant back in 2020, and then worked my way up the ranks from there. So it was quite the honor to have Chief George here that night to pin one of his former badges on my chest.
And for you, Chief, that encouragement and that leadership that he presented to you, how is that influencing the way that you're going to be interacting with your new officers and those that are in your department now as they're pursuing advancing in their career, both in Orchard Lake or even beyond that in public service?
Well, he's certainly put an impression on this department, and there are certain aspects of his management style that I have certainly incorporated into mine. And I will be using those learning experiences to pass along to other officers to encourage them as well.
Chief Jeffrey Gomez joins us on the Splash Live, the new Orchard Lake Village Chief of Police, joining us on the program today as he replaced Bill Nicholson in that position, sworn in just a few weeks ago by Representative Noah Arbit, who represents the Lakes area in our state Congress and received his badge, as we mentioned, as we showed, from former Chief Joe George of the city of Orchard Lake Village. And Chief, managing the police department of a small town like Orchard Lake Village presents its own challenge is. It's different from running a big city department or even a big suburban department, but given that you have so many other departments nearby and so much of our local communities are intertwined, what sort of challenges does that present to you, and how do you manage those being the chief of police in a smaller, close-knit city like Orchard Lake Village?
Well, in a small department, you have to do more with less. And I'm not saying that we couldn't lean on the larger departments, which we certainly do, but I don't have a staff to handle certain things. A lot of things I handle myself. And we're just used to that being in a small department. Again, like I mentioned, you just have a less number of staff around to complete certain tasks. So that can be a challenge. I also realize that I'm not absolved of my other duties here in the police department if it comes down to it. I'm ready, willing, and able to hit the road and fill in a patrol if need be, or assist with investigations, evidence processing, vehicle management, any and all of the above. So those can be some of the challenges. But the thing is, here we have a great group of people, and I can depend on all of them to get the job done.
The city of Orchard Lake Village's new chief of police, Jeff Gomez, joins us on the Splash Live today to talk about, of course, joining a new rank in the Orchard Lake Village Police Department, but also ongoing issues in the city. And Chief Gomez, this is not new to our local area and not necessarily all that common either, but we've seen recently some upticks in larceny from autos incidents, both in Keiko Harbor. West Bloomfield has mentioned this as being an increased issue of late, and even your department posting on its Facebook page lately that this has been something that's been a growing issue. So what message do you have for the community in terms of how they can raise their awareness, but also the protection of their belongings in their vehicle themselves, or even their homes this holiday season?
Yes, as you mentioned, we have certainly seen an increase in these types of crimes. I want to reiterate that the greater West Bloomfield area is a very safe area, but we're not isolated from these types of incidents. So we're asking the public to just please assist us by turning on exterior lighting at night, locking your vehicles, taking any valuables out of your vehicles, and also with your home, setting your alarms. If you see something, say something, all the above. We don't mind sending an officer out to check the area. Even if it's nothing, we'd rather it be nothing, but we'd rather have an officer come out and check the area and verify that. So those are just some small things that the public can do to assist us in helping keep them safe or from potentially being a victim of a crime.
Yeah, having awareness of these steps that you can take is a huge part in, plays a huge role in preventing these crimes from happening in our communities. Chief Fitzgerald down the road from you in Keiko Harbor has always said the line, crime of opportunity, when it comes to this. And that's really what this comes down to, is limiting or eliminating altogether the opportunity for criminals that may be looking to get into your vehicle or steal items or get into your home from having those opportunities to see something that they could take and potentially run away with. And so that's always good advice from our local police departments. Chief Jeffrey Gomez joins us from the Orchard Lake Police Department on today's edition of the Splash Live, having just been promoted to chief a few weeks ago and already off to a great start in the city of Orchard Lake Village. And Chief Gomez, it's no secret in the past few years there's been some changes also to the facilities in the city of Orchard Lake Village. Particularly the police department facilities got quite the upgrade over the last few years off of that bond. How has that been a help to the city in providing the services that it needs to, from the police department to the city, and especially given that, as you said, it's a small department, a lot of people have to take on a lot more duties than maybe they would in other police departments to make up for that? How did having those facilities up to date really help in putting that effort full forward and at 100% capacity?
Well, the new building has been great. It's instrumental in that mission. It provides a safer environment for us to do our jobs. We're not walking prisoners in from outside anymore. We have a secure area to bring them in through a sally port that's not exposed to the public. Prior, in the old setup, I'm sure you remember that you could see the booking area from the front desk. It was a safety hazard. Not only from a safety standpoint, also risk management, all the above. We just need to make sure that we're doing the right things in a modern police department. The other thing that really helps out is having our vehicles stored inside. They're secure. They're outside of the elements. They're ready to respond at a moment's notice. We don't have to clear snow and ice off. We don't have to wait for cameras and computers to boot up to operating temperature. They're just ready to go. So it's, from a safety standpoint, those are really key elements. And we've also expanded to include workout facilities for the officers, which is good. We want to promote health amongst the officers to be able to do their jobs out on the street. And as far as, like I said, the lockup facility, it's required in a modern police department. We have secure facilities to keep people separate now, and that's been really a key element.
Chief Jeffrey Gomez from the Orchard Lake Village Police Department joins us on the Splash Live today as we help to introduce him to the greater community as he begins this new role of higher leadership in the Orchard Lake Village Police Department. Chief Gomez, before we let you go, there's been so much discourse over the past several years about the role of police departments, about public safety and law enforcement in our communities. What is your philosophy on the ideal role of a local police department in a city like Orchard Lake Village and in a close-knit community like we have here in the greater West Bloomfield area?
Well, it centers on community service, Tyler. We're here to go above and beyond for our residents, and I expect that. We always have, and I expect that to continue. It goes well beyond just responding or taking a report. Whatever the community needs, I expect our officers to do it. And they understand that. Yes, there's been a lot of focus on tumultuous relations between the community and the police nationally. I feel isolated, not isolated. I feel like we don't have that problem here. Our community supports us and we support them. And we're blessed to be in a community that has a type of dynamic. Our officers there's a standing order that they are to be patrolling every subdivision street as long as they don't have other runs or other things going on, and it allows us to interact with the public. Here in Orchard Lake, we get used to seeing the same faces, and they get used to seeing us and develop relationships and rapport with people. I look forward to, once the transition kind of settles down, to me getting out in a patrol car and seeing some of the residents I haven't seen in a while since I've been off the road. So, all good things.
Yeah, all good things indeed, and definitely another example of what the philosophy has been really across the board with all four of our local police departments here in the greater West Bloomfield area, and good to also hear that same philosophy continues in the city of Orchard Lake Village as you take over as Chief of Police. Chief Gomez, anything else you'd like to say before we let you go today?
No, I think that's all. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Glad to have you on as well. You can find more information on the City of Orchard Lake Village's website. And, of course, you'll see Chief Gomez and others from the Orchard Lake Police Department out and about all throughout the City of Orchard Lake Village each and every day. And give them a hello from us at Civic Center TV, and let them know that you congratulate their new police chief on his promotion in the Orchard Lake Village Police Department. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. More of your stories from your hometown on your community media coming up. Stay with us. The Splash Live continues after this.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home. And now, back to the Splash, live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your media, Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. The West Bloomfield Parks launched their Ho-Ho holiday lunch event at the West Bloomfield's Senior Connect Center. Local seniors were treated to a delicious lunch, some beautiful live performances, and enjoyed the company of the West Bloomfield Parks family members, of course. But the highlight of this event was also a visit from Santa Claus, where he listened to all these seniors, he listened to all their wish lists, and enjoyed some laughter with them. Of course, there's a lot of more of these events that are ongoing at West Bloomfield Parks. To know more about these events at Connect Senior Center or at in general about all West Bloomfield Parks events, you can visit their website at www.westbloomfieldparks.org. Again, I apologize, wbparks.org, or their Facebook page, Facebook/WBParks or at WBParks. Of course, Tyler, there's such beautiful events they do every other holiday, almost every week, almost every day for all our seniors and all our community members at the West Bloomfield Parks.
Yeah, they do, and they just released their winter guide. The registration for their winter events is now open all across the community, and even some early spring events too. So you can find all that on their website at wbparks.org. If you scroll over on their website, I'll pull that up, in fact, because all you got to do is go to their website, scroll over to the top right under register, and you can click on activity guide, and then you can bring up a PDF version of their winter guide in case that wasn't sent to you in the mail, or of course you can find even more information on all their programs coming up and how you can sign up for them. A lot of these really fun events, like those daddy-daughter dinner dances and so on later on in the season, they do fill up very quickly, so they encourage you to get to their website as soon as possible to make sure you're registered for those events, especially those family events that are favorites, much like this, all throughout the season. And wbparks.org/connect, another good resource for more events and activities each and every day and all throughout the week at West Bloomfield Park's new Connect Senior Center in West Bloomfield Township. In the city of Sylvan Lake, they're also getting into the holiday season. Their annual light contest is coming up very soon. The judging for that will commence on Sunday, December 17th. So you got a little bit over a week to finalize those lighting arrangements in your front yard, around your home, and outdoors for a varying number of categories for judging. Best lights, best multicolored lights, best neighborhood, even get your neighbors involved and put together some collective arrangements across homes on your street or in your neighborhood. The best Christmas scene, the best living Christmas card, or religious lighting arrangement are also among the many categories available for judging. Again, that judging is going to happen on Sunday, December 17th, across the prettiest little city in the state of Michigan. And you can get involved now. Of course, you can put up the lights in your yard and join in on the contest, or get a group together also to take part in this, or even get involved as a judge yourself. To do so, call City Hall at 248-682-1440, or send an email to cityhall@sylvanlake.org. Of course, more information on everything happening in the prettiest little city in Michigan can be found on sylvanlake.org. As Diane, we're seeing some examples of past years' lighting arrangements in Sylvan Lake and other communities on our screen on civiccentertv.com. This is always a favorite in the city of Sylvan Lake. Whether people participate or not, they just love to go out and about, walk through the community on that judging day on Sunday, December 17th, and enjoy all the light fixtures that are out and about in their local community.
Of course, Tyler, they bring the holidays to life in our community, and it looks just beautiful. It's already one of the prettiest cities right here in Michigan. So seeing all these lights and seeing it come to life during the holidays is just something else. A wonderful way to I don't live in Kego, but I will definitely, in Sylvan, but I will definitely pass by there and check out the lightings. I'm going to be a judge, not technically a judge, but I will be a judge from afar. I would love to see those lightings and see this beautiful holiday season come to life in these wonderful cities.
Yeah, it's a very nicely nestled community off on the lakes in the greater West Bloomfield area. And we go out there to take care of their municipal meetings and stuff. And at night, it gets really dark out there. So I also like the holiday light season because you get to see all the lights out there. And it's a lot easier to see when you're driving through at night in Sylvan Lake. Plus, they look amazing each and every year. Such great efforts put forth by the local residents of the Sylvan Lake community. And again, you can find more information on their holiday lighting contest and judging by visiting sylvanlake.org. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, some very fun holiday events coming up both this week, next week, and beyond. We'll tell you about those and more of your stories from your hometown on your community media after this short break.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Take a break and tune in to the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. Missed one of our live broadcasts or one of your local municipal meetings? Check it out online at civiccentertv.com. Every meeting, show, and interview on demand. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Find us on Instagram at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. It's your stories from your hometown on your community media, Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM on TV, on the radio, and always online on civiccentertv.com. That's also the place you can go to find all of our social media as well. Follow along, give us a like on Facebook at Civic Center TV 15, on Instagram and Twitter at Civic Center TV, and go to our YouTube page as well at Civic Center TV, or just search Greater West Bloomfield Civic Center TV on youtube.com. And while you're on our page, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon also. And you'll always get updates on our latest live and uploaded videos. You'll even get notifications as you log into YouTube about us uploading new videos from all throughout the Greater West Bloomfield community, whether it is the Splash Live or segments from this show or other special programs all throughout the year. We know United We Walk comes up early on in the 2024 calendar year. We'll have United We Walk. We'll have the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce installation of board officers, and so much more happening in 2024 and throughout the rest of 2023. The best way to keep up to date with us is by joining us on our website on civiccentertv.com each and every day. Coming up later this week on Friday, one of the favorite events of the holiday season in the Greater West Bloomfield area, and all for a good cause at the Lodge Grill and Bar in Kegel Harbor. Killer Cares is coming back on Friday, beginning at about 4 o'clock with celebrity bartenders coming in right around 6 o'clock. Plenty of fun to be had at the Lodge, and all supporting the Tom Kowalski Foundation in memory of the late Tom Kowalski, a longtime member of our local media community and in sports media in particular. And at this event, there'll be 50-50 drawings, both live and silent auctions, lots of prizes, and celebrity bartenders also confirmed to be there as well on Friday night. Stoney from 97 won the ticket, and also the PA announcer at West Bloomfield High School football games will be one of the celebrity bartenders. You'll also see Craig Monroe, a former Detroit Tiger baseball player and current analyst for Detroit Tigers baseball on Bally Sports Detroit. Among the others, Scott the Gator Anderson, a local guy that grew up in the greater West Bloomfield area, an alum of Bloomfield Hills Andover High School, and also alum of another radio station I was an alum of at 88.1 The Biff. Will be a celebrity bartender. He's on 97.1 The Ticket mid-mornings each and every day. You can also see Dan Miller, the play-by-play voice of the Detroit Tigers and sports director at Fox 2 Detroit. Mojo from Mojo in the Morning will also be a celebrity bartender, and another familiar face in our local news community, Huel Perkins, former evening anchor at Fox 2 News, will also be among the many different celebrity bartenders and others that will be attending this event on Friday night. And it's all supporting 4 really good causes, both in our hyper-local community and throughout Metro Detroit. Team Joseph, which battles a certain kind of muscular dystrophy, will be benefited. Our Children's Fund, which provides financial resources and other school necessity to kids and families in the West Bloomfield School District. Defeat the Label, which is a anti-bullying awareness and advocacy group in our local community, and the Downtown Boxing Gym, promoting educational enrichment through boxing in the city of Detroit. All the information you need to know about Killer Cares, including how you can participate, is able to be found on killercares.org or on Facebook and Twitter at Killer Cares. As Diane, we're expecting another big crowd at the Lodge Grill and Bar. It's always a packed house. There is free parking and valet parking also available at the Lodge on Orchard Lake Road. It brings a lot of people to Keego Harbor, but even better yet, for a really good cause this holiday season.
Of course, Tyler, the Lodge is already a beautiful place, and bringing all these people together, bringing all these people that we listen to earlier in the morning or throughout the day, or even those people that we look at, they are in our homes. It's very wonderful to see them get together and to meet them in person, and you're also doing it for a good cause. So we're having a lot of fun meeting all these wonderful celebrities, local celebrities that we have right here, that grew up here, that are a part of our community, to see them and connect with them, and also be doing it for a great cause, be supporting all these wonderful organizations that are doing so much in different fields. So it's definitely a great event, Tyler, to be at.
Yeah, it all supports the Tom Kowalski Foundation, one of the many reasons that so many members of our local media community, particularly the sports media community, come together for this event. Not only is it supporting a great cause, but it's supporting the memory of a true titan of our local media community, Tom Kowalski, a longtime Detroit sports radio analyst, and also one of the voices behind local coverage of the Detroit Lions for a number of years. And this is a way to honor his memory and also his commitment to the community each and every year. And so they always have a good time out at the Lodge Grill and Bar in Keego Harbor. Again, that begins Friday night about 4 p.m. at the Lodge. It's on Orchard Lake Road in Keego Harbor, just between Castle Lake Road and Middle Belt Road, and always a good time. Next week, more good times supporting local organizations this holiday season, this time with the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. Their 8th annual Not So White Elephant holiday party will be happening at one of the hottest new restaurants in the Greater West Bloomfield area. Aurora Italiana will be the host for this event, coming up at 5 o'clock on Wednesday next week, December 13th, 5 to 7 p.m. Appetizers and a cash bar are available. And here's how it works. You bring a gift that is at least $20 in value. For non-members, they suggest bringing $50 cash, and these wrapped gifts will be raffled off, and the proceeds from those raffles will benefit the Gary Bernstein Community Clinic this year, which provides health care coverage to those that may not have insurance or may be underinsured and in need of affordable health care, whether it's basic checkups, examinations, even dental or vision care. The Gary Bernstein Clinic helps to do that. So here's how you get involved. You can register by sending an email to wbloomfieldchamber@gmail.com. It is $10 to attend. That also gets you one raffle ticket for free with your ticket to the event. Additional raffle tickets can be purchased on site for $10 a piece, and even more information can be found on westbloomfieldchamber.com. As Diane, a really creative way for the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce to get the business community community together, but also benefit other organizations and individuals in not just Greater West Bloomfield, but throughout Oakland County and southeastern Michigan.
Of course, Tyler, we've seen the Greater West Bloomfield's Chamber of Commerce do a lot of these events to get these business people together, but now they're doing it for a great cause, which is helping people afford their health. And that's something wonderful, Tyler. It's not only getting together as a business community, it's not just networking, but also helping out this holiday season, helping out the community that helps these businesses as well.
You have another opportunity to help out the local community. This time our kids, well, having a really fun night with adults in our local community. Coming up early on in 2024, Friday, February 2nd, it's the West Bloomfield Education Foundation's annual casino night. This time it's going to be at a new location, Glen Oaks Golf Club in Farmington Hills. Tickets are currently on sale for $45 a piece. That gets you into the event. That includes a silent auction, raffle, of course, casino games, bingo, great food, appetizers also, and dancing. And all of this benefits the West Bloomfield Educational Foundation, strengthening the curriculum by providing funds to support promoting innovative programs within the West Bloomfield School District. It also supports training for faculty members and staff members and other additional resources to be available to them to enhance how they're able to teach our kids and what they're able to use to help provide additional materials to teach our kids. It also promotes community awareness and involvement in local community groups from the West Bloomfield Education Foundation, which also helps to support a number of different collaborative efforts, such as Family Fun Night each and every fall at West Bloomfield High School. So, Diane, another great opportunity for people to get involved and have some fun and help our kids directly in our West Bloomfield School District.
Of course, Tyler, the West Bloomfield School District not too long ago, they posted a gratitude post to the West Bloomfield Educational Foundation, thanking them for all the positive impact they've had on the children in the West Bloomfield School District. So it is a great way to help. We do know that they have a great influence on our school district, and this is a great way not only to enjoy this event, but also to help out students right here in our local community.
You can find more information and purchase your tickets at wbef.org or join them on Facebook for more information as we head toward that event. Facebook.com/West Bloomfield Ed Foundation, West Bloomfield ED Foundation, for even more information. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, how you can help our local K-9 unit in Oakland County and help others, including yourself, this holiday season with donation drives and other special efforts all throughout the Greater West Bloomfield and Oakland County community. More of your stories from your hometown on your community media after this short break.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Find us on Instagram at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.
When you have a gambling problem, you have a money problem. Don't let your gambling cause you financial hardship. If you or someone you love is struggling with gambling, we can help. Get free confidential counseling and win your life back. Learn more at michigan.gov/problemgambling.
Take a break and tune in to the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. Find local municipal meetings at our program schedule on civiccentertv.com. Find when your meetings air live or when they're replaying on our Civic Center TV live stream. Find it all at civiccentertv.com and click schedule at the top of the screen. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your media, CivicCenterTV.com and 89.3 Lakes FM. This is Dayan Chaaban alongside Tyler Kieft. The Oakland County Sheriff's Office is thrilled to announce the release of their 2024 Comfort K9 Unit Calendar. They are now available for a minimum donation of $15, and there is limited quantity. So if you do want them, you can go ahead and check them out. We have a graphic right here, Calvin, if we can show the graphic. So for anybody interested, they can scan the QR code on this page to purchase this wonderful calendar. It features 15 adorable dogs that worked so hard throughout the past years to comfort our students and people throughout our local community, to de-stress them and release their tension. If you can show a picture of these cute, adorable dogs, Calvin.
Yeah, we have that right here. This is
okay. So you can scan the QR code or visit their Facebook page at OCSO Michigan for more information, or you can just click on that link. It'll take you right through their PayPal account, and you can buy this wonderful calendar. Tyler, all these donations on all these proceeds will go towards the Comfort K9 unit at Oakland County Sheriff's Office. And again, as I said earlier, they do a lot of great work, and we have seen them in the past year, how they comforted students, especially after some tragic events happening in Oakland County.
Yeah, they do great work throughout our community, and we know the impact that these comfort and therapy dogs can have in our community, which is why we're seeing many school districts even going, or police departments going forth, bringing in dogs into their canine units or into their organizations specifically for these purposes, and that's what the Oakland County Sheriff's Office is doing. So again, if you want to learn more information about anything happening in the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, you can visit oakgov.com/sheriff or their Facebook page, and as we have that image up on your screen, on CivicCenterTV.com. At the bottom left of that image, there's a QR code. You just pause our video, scan that real quick, and pull that up on your phone. You can purchase one of these calendars. Again, it's as supplies last, and you're competing with my co-host over here, Dayan Chaaban, for one or more of these calendars to support our local canine unit for all you dog lovers, or those that just want to support our local sheriff's office as well. You can also support a local family this holiday season with our student leadership committee at West Bloomfield High School. They're participating in an Adopt a Family effort to support a family of 6 people this holiday season. It's led by their Adopt a Family committee, Alina Pata, Emarina Krico, Ayla Sisic, Sonia Pokel, and Winifred Washington leading the charge at West Bloomfield High School. There's a couple different ways that you can participate in this, either by monetary donations or by purchasing gifts specifically from a wish list that this family has put together and has provided to our local student leadership. Plenty of different ways to get involved, and Calvin, if we do have that QR code available, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll get that back to you. It is in a previous edition of the Splash Live, and we will repost the post from the school district on our Facebook page today to give even more information on that. They do have a link on their Facebook page that will provide more information, so we'll get that to you later on this afternoon for time. We won't show the QR code at this time, but you can help the West Bloomfield High School Student Leadership Committee adopt this family and provide them with a lovely holiday season in 2023. There's also an opportunity, if you are in need in our local community this week, to pick up necessities, including food, from Gleaners Community Food Bank. They are holding 3 different mobile food distribution programs this week across the Oakland County area, the first of which is on Wednesday, December 6th at 9 a.m. At the Oakland County Farmers Market in Waterford. Then another one on Thursday in Southfield at the Public Health Oakland South Center. That's going to be at 2 o'clock p.m. And there's also another one on December 8th on Friday at 2 p.m. at Oak Park High School. This will provide any necessities that you may need in terms of food items this holiday season. It's one of their many mobile food distribution events ongoing throughout Oakland County and around southeastern Michigan this holiday season. You can also participate if you're not in need of these food items by helping those that are in need by visiting Gleaners Food Bank's Facebook page at Gleaners Fan, or their website at gcfb.org, gcfb.org, for more information on donations and mobile food distribution in our community, courtesy of the Gleaners Community Food Bank, Diane, as this is a critical issue that definitely takes a toll at the holiday season, but Gleaners and other organizations working hard all throughout the year to provide these sorts of mobile food distributions for people in need in our local area and beyond.
Of course, Tyler, we have seen them, and I personally have seen a lot of Gleaners food stations where you can donate non-perishable items. They're literally everywhere. They're at my gym, so it's very easy. It's very accessible. If you can donate, and it's very convenient for you, so help them out. They do a lot of great work throughout this holiday season and beyond.
Yeah, other organizations like Keego Harbor Parks, even more locally at Rose Sorter Park under the gazebo. There's also a food drop-off. It's not for Gleaners Community Food Bank. It's for Open Door Outreach Center right next door to Keego Harbor in Waterford, and also at Spirit of Grace Church opportunities for food and other necessities donations this holiday season. So plenty of opportunities for you to give back. Plenty more of your stories from your hometown on your community media all throughout the week. Stay with us. The Splash Live will continue very soon.